And we're back. We're here to watch more of the Tim Roberts and Jessie Rogers match. Jessie is breaking the balls and in the lead, 8-5 in this race to 10. He got spotted a couple of games on the wire. Actually got swamped 3 games on the wire. Jessie's rated a 7. Tim is rated a 10. Mid.
Wow, what's all that about?
You're going to spot the 10 ball up. And I think that's done after he gets done playing now. So he doesn't even have the opportunity to play a 110 or any type of combination.
That's really strange. I've never seen that before. Why would they do that?
See if he knows where the 2 is. I think it's right in front of the 5. As I said earlier in the match, Tim Roberts actually shot the 5 ball and realized that the 4 ball was still on the table, thinking it was the 8.
Uh-huh. Looked like Jessie gave him the shot, too, let him continue shooting.
He sure did. And, you know, it's a understandable mistake. The balls are actually very dark on this particular table.
Yeah. I'm not sure what I would have done there. I probably would have asked to take my shot.
Well, you know, and the way I believe that it worked is, you know, it's a foul.
That's a foul.
He didn't let him shoot the next shot. He called it right after that.
Yeah, but Jessie really was a gentleman there and let him continue shooting, which is amazing.
He said, sure, shoot from where you're at, and Tim was happy to shoot a bank shot rather than have ball in hand.
Yeah.
Jessie. Pretty good sportsmanship, if you ask me.
He barely made that ball, but there was only a small window. Got that real high bridge. I like that when he's hitting the top of the ball. Nice elevation. Got a small back cut. Clipped to 10. Wow.
I don't know how he did it. He managed to hit both of the remaining balls on the table after pocketing the 8. And he has a makeable ball in a fairly decent position. Got a bunch of our friends out in the chat. Say hello to everybody. Duker. Here comes Tim. Tim's like, I finally got a lead, I think. Even though it's 8-6. Still not as good as what you'd like it to be. He wishes it was 8-6 the other way, trust me. Sure. They're having a good time. That's one of the most important things. Interesting little rack device. I think one of our chatters is actually the developer of the rack. He's saying that he's lowered the price, I believe, to $100 if it's delivered in the U.S. Well, delivered in the U.S. Update on the ProPool.com stats. We've got Tim Roberts shooting an 895, and Jessie is shooting an 869. Now, Jessie just broke, and he's getting a few game spot here.
Boy, he got a nice roll. He got about 15 great rolls there. Did you see all that chaos going on? And like everything just kind of slow motion went into place.
Dink, dink, dink. Now, let's update the folks here. That is the 4 ball that is on the rail, and the 2 ball is the ball directly below the 10. If you folks, I mean, I have to look, and I can't tell. I'm guessing. There's just a little hue, and I can see this table in person. So this won't be the first time we see somebody shoot the wrong ball. Or I'm sure it's going to happen in another set. I believe LV Cash is out in the chat is the producer of this. Kind of knows that it's made from billet aluminum and anodized. It's in red, blue, and black. And they're pretty bad. They fold up. They're best rack I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, really cool. I like how it'll go into your pouch on your case.
Yep. Needs to send us some information so you can do some advertising on our future streams there.
Always a salesman, Alvin.
Always.
So.
Oh, you taught me well.
I think the folks at home will enjoy those. I think it's pretty cool. Anymore, you pay, you know, easily $50 for a tip. You pay $1,000 for a cue, $25 for a cube of chalk. Why wouldn't you pay to have a decent rack? At least start the game out right, you know?
Definitely.
It's like not having a good balanced breakfast. It's not starting the day out right. Well, Tim has a pretty funky little shot here. All the balls are on one side of the table with the exception of the one. I truly believe he has to nick the side of the one here and run 2 rails down underneath all the balls. Did he find a hole? He sure did. He's snake bit.
I got no chance. Back there and I looked up and it was going in the hole.
Yeah, he's not liking that, and I don't blame him. There's 18 different things that could have went on there. Just checking that our statistician Mike Moosey Jr. got that unforced error there made by Tim Roberts. I think Tim is not going to like the stats here in the end when it comes to the win-loss. It looks like Jessie is going to have a hill here. Tim's going to need to win 4 in a row to keep from being upset by...
See that? He dogged that ball. Wow.
He did dog it?
Yes, he did.
And that's
bad.
Why he's a 7, folks.
Yeah.
Shooting good in spurts, but you want to have ratings over years of play. You know how you were 6 months ago. You know where you were a year ago. How you're shooting today.
He chokes up really far on his full cue. I mean, he's almost at the top of the wrap.
See if he remembers to shoot the 4 now. I believe he's already spying where he wants to get on the 5, so he is right. He had to be worried there for a minute, folks.
Huh. That shot made some funny action. He got unfortunate.
There ain't no love there for me.
Now Tim's looking to see if there's any action on this 10, and I think he's going to go for it. I think we're going to see him call it in that side.
10 in the side.
He wants to see if he can throw it a little bit. Now, even though those balls are not throws, this 10 ball is within a distance of a chalk. And anytime it's within the distance of a chalk, you got to start to calculate a throw being pushed in to the second ball. And he did it. Look at his little fist pump, and he's like, that's right, it's 8-7, not 9-6.
That'll work.
I think I'd be happy too. Now I got to win 3 before he wins 1. I like that a lot better than the other way.
Still tough action though.
4 in a row.
That is tough action.
Let's see if those years of experience come out and he can really get winding.
We shall see.
Jesse's not too happy with himself. I mean, I can see he's wearing his emotion on his sleeve right now.
Well, that's
He
gonna
better get
cost
it
him.
off or he's going to have a bad break. And
Yeah.
he's breaking all the way from the corner now.
Once it's in your head, it's tough to get it out of your head. Huh. 20.
They took their places, but unfortunately...
Look at this. Oh my gosh, he's going to get some kind of a...
that is the 2 above the 10 ball and the
Oh.
7 ball there. It's the
Wow.
4 right next to
The 2, no, I think that's the 8 ball. I don't think it is the 2, you're right.
We can't tell, folks.
Yeah, that's very rare when we see a set of pool balls on these HD with all the lighting and you can't tell which one's the 2.
Yeah, most people don't know the history of the TV balls, but they were built that way because you really couldn't pick up the color too well in SD. But with HD, you can. And
Right, and the TV balls don't work with HD right. They don't seem to work right. But they work with SD just fine.
they work with SD in a really good way. So I'm anxious to see what direction the TV balls take
Sure.
after this. Our friends over at Aramith may need to rethink that.
Yep, they should ask us.
If they're watching, there's a bunch of the guys there.
Contact JR.
You might need to readjust how those balls reflect.
JR speaks. And the bell, someone gonged the bell. Wow, he jumped right up off that shot.
I think he jumped because he saw that he missed.
Yep, sell out.
Oh,
Nighty night, sweet
I don't know
prince.
whether this is a sellout. That 2 looks like
Yeah, it does.
nobody wants that 2. I think Tim was trying to make something happen there.
Yeah, he was trying to run into that.
Now, what a great player does here is he figures out where the position for the safety is.
Sure.
See if Jessie can figure out a safety position here.
He may be able to fire this ball right by the 10. Oh, never mind. He's hooked behind the 4 now.
That's the 6, I believe.
Yeah.
He's looking to see if there's a 10 ball. There's no 10 ball here. That 2 ball is going to stay in the center of the table if he hits it flat. If he hits it, it's going to go more likely below the 8 and below the 5 on the other line. If he goes 2 rails into this shot, he has a chance to play safe. If he goes 1, I don't think that it's going to work quite as well. But I think if he kicks 1, he's going to sell out. Most of the balls are on the rails. Well, he got it to land on the rail, so he's in business. Tim will nick this 2 into the 8, let it slow down and go to the rail, put the 2 down behind the 9. And who will be my uncle?
Bob.
Bob? Bob will be my
Bob will be your uncle. He'll cease being my uncle and begin to be yours. That's not going to happen now.
Nah, I think he's left a little edge there, and there's probably even a bank shot. That's why I needed it to hit the 8. Couldn't let that ball go through there. And folks trying to figure out how the candy cap works in the chat, and that's something that Chris Lawson, Mid-American Pinball Tour founder and promoter and tour director, is in possession of the rankings and how he figures them out. Looks like we're going to air this ball out. Be surprised if he doesn't try and get him under the 7 ball here. with a little bit of draw. Or, I mean, under the 8-ball. I think Tim's going to start looking at a 5-7 here.
What is these hell?
Uh-oh, he knows he's in trouble now.
Wow.
Oh, and it rested up against it. Now this ball, they had adjusted this table right before the match.
Right.
And we're seeing where basically what they did is coming back to haunt them. They both were convinced that it was rolling the other direction, and they adjusted two legs. One I thought needed adjusted, the other I didn't. And now it's showing
What
up.
it is about that 4-ball there? I can't see that color. Here, I'm thinking I like it.
Look, he did it again. They're laughing. He did it again.
Oh, no.
They're saying that he said it. He thought that was the 8-ball, and now it's the 4-ball? Is that what he's saying? I swear that is the 8-ball on the side, and I swear...
That's the 4.
Okay. Is that the 4-ball?
4-ball right there.
He set up for the 5, and folks, just to give you an idea, he's trying to hit... That is the 4-ball, not the 8-ball.
He may have gave him the game there.
He may have given the match. That's twice in the same set that he set up for the 5 while the 4 was on the table. That's how dark that 4-ball
We got to get another set.
I think we might consider trying to find a replacement set here after this. We'll have to check with the owner to make sure that a new set of balls will be kicked down the right trails. But yeah, Tim Roberts is, you know, he looked up this way and he just can't even believe what he just did.
Time to go to the left side, Tim.
And I was commentating. I thought it was the 8-ball as well. And look at this. Jessie returned a favor and get ball in the hand.
Well,
scratch going across the
never
table.
mind.
And I think it's the fact that they did that table right before this match. It's leaning and they're not adjusting it.
I mean, how many times has it done to both of them?
I mean, and honestly, if you know it does it, you got to play it because it can determine the winner of the game and the match. You have to play that ball's going to go over there. Now,
It's very frustrating.
they're not yelling at each other. This place is so dang big. You got to talk loud.
You really do.
To project your voice. They're not yelling. They're having a conversation. They can't believe what they're both doing. Tim Roberts, who started out the set on fire, has just missed the 9-ball, and he cannot believe it.
Wow, he went nuts.
He can't believe that.
Well, I think this is going to be it, my friends.
You know, I think he's going to.
I think Bob becomes your uncle.
Get a hill here.
Yep. Wow. Well, my friends.
Jessie can't believe it.
That's it.
And Timmy just said, "Is that good?" While it rolled for a perfect bang. I don't blame him. I'd ask him too. It's all right. Yeah. Yeah. We've had a couple of chat members chime in on that, and they were like, "Why don't you just flip a coin for it, guys?"
Jeez.
Yeah. Who wants this? Who doesn't want it?
Oh, he's gonna. That'll be the end of it, I bet you. Again. All right, there it is.
Because I know that ball's going to go around there and scratch. So when I hit it soft,
Jessie does end up with the hill after scratching with ball in hand and missing the 10.
Oh, I thought he was already on the hill. He's
Welcome
though.
to the River City
Okay.
Open, folks.
Nice.
You know, I refuse to accept that I'm playing bad.
Folks, if you want to have the party get a little bit bigger out there in the chat land, don't be afraid to hit the little share button in the lower right-hand corner of your screen on the player.
There's no doubt there.
It lets you share with your Twitter and Facebook friends, lets them know that you're out here watching the stream, does all the work for you, doesn't interrupt play, comes up in a new window, and then just you can close out of the window after you press the share button. So please do share with your friends and let them know what's going down. You're watching some free HD streaming cool action here live. Fort Wayne, Indiana, here at River City Billiards. And wow, he hit a break and squatted his rock.
That's what he's been wanting to do.
And, you know, it's a makeable shot. It's a tough one. But let's see what happens. You got to really draw this ball and kill it. ProPool.com stats in just after the last game. We've got Tim Roberts shooting an 836 and Jessie Rogers shooting an 833. So these guys are roughly shooting about the same with each other right now. Now, there's a jump shot here. It's not the hardest shot in the world.
Sure.
He could theoretically even get position on the deuce by going around the backside of it. Only problem there, he'd probably break up that waiting 3-10 pair. Now, Tim is taking a short break. He's probably telling himself, look, you got to win 3 in a row. Letting this set slip away. You can't make those mistakes. Not setting up for the 4-ball. So I bet you the first thing he does when he comes out is, even though he wants to make a 3-10, he wants to know where the 4-ball is.
Sure.
We should play Where's Waldo with him and Where's the 4-ball?
Where's the 4-ball? He went out to pray, says Duker.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, he's back from church, folks, and let's see whether they're going to be answered. He's getting his jump cue right now, though I don't know whether he's aware where the 4-ball is. I think he just wants to pay attention to the 1, 2, 3. I think if he makes his ball, he'll worry about the 4. If not, he'll let Jessie worry about the 4. Great shot.
Beauty.
Great shot. Not an easy shot, folks.
He's going for the clicker. I don't like this. This can miss. Not for him.
9-8.
Great escape. I actually played a
Favor of Jessie Rogers here in this race to 10. Jessie's got 3 games on the wire. But Tim is theoretically outplaying Jessie. Jessie just has a game more. We've spotted 3 games onto Jessie Rogers' score.
And he gets the break every other.
Well,
rack, so.
lose a break, so yeah, sure. But I'll tell you what, if it comes up the hill, he gets the break first. And he mangles these balls.
He's got a good break.
He's not a small guy. Look at him dig into this break. Where's the four? Four is the one all the way in the bottom rail. Kind of see a purple tinge to it.
One inside.
Jesse's called the one on the side. He's going to go for the cut. I think I would have called the one on the side and the 10 in the side corner at the same time there.
He was wishing the 4 ball was the 2 ball.
Well, now he wants to play the 2-6-10.
That's not the 2, is it? Wow.
Well, if it isn't, he's
Ah,
going to
it
play
is.
it anyhow.
It is. It is.
Well, if you're Tim, you're probably sick.
All he's got to do is touch the 10 ball. This is so easy.
It's almost straight.
Yeah, that's it. End of the show. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us here at InsidePool.tv, InsidePoolMag.com. I want to thank the River City Billiards here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I want to thank J.R. Calvert and Inside Pool for having us here. And what do you say there, J.R.?
Thanks, folks, and we appreciate you hanging out and watching some pool with us. Stay tuned. We'll get another match rolling your way here in a few minutes.